Welcome back. You're watching NSE FinWiz Season 2. Students or at young age or even when they start earning, do you think they should really look at real estate as an option? Because real estate, I think, is a little ahead. Do you think it's more long-term or, when they have a lot of cash base with them?
See, well, real estate, the problem with real estate is that it is a very large ticket size. So assuming when you get into a job and you're drawing a salary of about a lakh of rupees per month, the bank is willing to give you a loan which is equivalent to 50,000 rupees EMI, because they believe that is the maximum a person can pay. 50% can be set aside to pay for your EMI. So the qualification would be that you will be eligible for 50 lakhs worth of a loan. Now this is the maximum limit. Now what happens, the problem with this is that if in case you choose a property which is worth 50 lakhs to invest into, 50% of your income is going to go into one asset class. You're left with virtually nothing in your hand to invest into any other asset class, which is equity, it could be debt, could be tax saving, there's nothing else left. So what you could do at a young age when you start, real estate is an interesting place to be. We all aspire to own a house and to make a house of our own. You can go back tomorrow and say, I've built a house of my own, right? But you have to treat it like an investment. If your asset allocation permits you to invest 10,000 rupees per month into real estate, search for a property which is equivalent to 10,000 rupees. Need not be into metros. It could be in the tier 2, tier 3, or even go back to your native place and buy a property there. Treat it as a plain, simple investment. Don't let it suck out the entire liquidity that you have per month, because if you do that, then you have nothing left for anything else.
I just wanted to understand a little more about gold. I mean, gold is one asset class which isn't really productive. It doesn't add any more value on itself. All other asset classes like equity, debt, they actually make money. So why do you think people should invest in gold?
Well, it's a very valid point that you've made, that gold does not add value, unlike equity. Let me just make a small comparison and just substantiate your point. In equities, you would have possibly a company which is growing, issues, it issues dividends, it pays out dividends. Gold does not pay out any dividend as an asset class. There are possibilities of mergers and acquisitions which add value. Reliance Industries was one example which demerged into 4 entities, and they actually created wealth for all those 4 companies. So those kind of aspects you will not find into gold. Now, why you should invest into gold is that it is a hedge against inflation. It is a universal currency. Gold is a form of currency which can be used all across the world. It has appreciated in value and it is a store of wealth. However, it is not an as productive asset as we believe others are. That is why there is a restriction of investing. I said you invest a maximum of 10%. You do not cross and go overboard. In fact, in India, we have seen that we have some kind of obsession with gold, specifically physical gold, when people want to have the touch and feel aspect. And we see that the investment in gold is one of the highest in the world. So while your question is absolutely correct, in reality, we see that it's actually the other way around. So sooner or later, people should start investing, they should invest into gold, but restrict it to about 10%. In times of volatility, when the markets are, in the year 2008, gold was one asset class where everybody moved into, because that was a safe haven. That was a store of value. There, you could go and sell it and still get something which you had invested and above, maybe a little above that. So, but however, having, I substantiate to what you're saying, restrict your investment to 10% exactly for the reasons as you highlighted.
Thank you very much for being here. And I know you have a lot of questions, but we will be back soon again. Thank you very much. That was quite an interactive session we had with students at XLRI Jamshedpur. I'm sure they have a lot to take back home, and they will be thinking investments soon after their first paycheck. It's time to say goodbye. We'll be back next week with another episode and with another set of young professionals. Thanks for watching.
Focus, ideate, innovate, enable.